What's up everyone, it's your boy Aqualinks, and this video is highlighting a specific individual I have met on TF2 and the behavior he has displayed towards me and someone else he was queued with. The individual in question you're gonna see is a very common character, a part of the TF2 community. It's just how it is. Long story short, this guy just takes the game way too seriously. If you want to do something gimmicky, he has a massive fucking problem with it, and you will see. Just a quick little bit of context on how I met this individual. I was playing Spy about a few weeks ago and I was doing really well, and he just added me, and he was one of the medics that was pocketing our heavy. And just to do a quick update, my previous videos, how saying Transformers was racist, that was very clearly just rage bait. Long story short, there was an individual by the name of Road Breach. He gotten into some beef with my friends and he tends to spurt the fuck out. With that being said, I was attempting to bait him into giving a reaction. He seen the video, he could tell it was very clearly just rage bait. Cause I mean, if you see a fucking Pepe profile picture saying shit like don't use racial slurs like Decepticon, it's bait. And just to put this out there, do not add him and just harass him. Please do not do that. And with that being said, let's just get into the DMs. This is basically the first screenshot. He's just spamming me to try to get my attention because I was playing the game instead of reading chat. Once I notice the messages that he sent me, the chat goes a little like this. I go, what's up? He just tells me to read the chat. I go, all right, trying to kick the other medic, just asking what he was trying to do. He then proceeds, if you don't make what I want happen, I'm dropping you off my friends list. I tell him, bruh, it's not that deep. Chill the fuck out. Because it's really not that deep. It was just a fucking 30-second interaction. It's not that serious. Then he just fucking responds, no excuses. So I'm just blown away and I just respond with 3 dots. And he's like, make it happen. You got 30 seconds. I promise you, it gets so much worse. This is just the beginning. He thinks that playing with him is some sort of fucking privilege. That he can drop you just because you don't want to kick someone that he wants to kick. So I'm still a little confused about this. So I ask him, okay, what the fuck did he do that was so serious? He then just responds, all caps, do it without question. I don't even know how to begin to respond to that message. It's just like the entitlement behind that. Holy fuck. After that, I just kind of tell him I'm pretty sure he left, so I don't see the issue. And he just goes, I'm still holding against you for not responding to chat in an instant. So then I go, dude, okay, whatever. Because I'm playing the fucking game. I'm not gonna be stopping every single time you message me just to respond to you. I'm not dropping everything I'm doing to fucking talk to this guy when he wants something. He then goes, one thing I can't stand is communication failure. I should have to spam to get your attention. Shouldn't. And me just thinking this is a bit, I just go, bruh, do you fucking hear yourself? He goes on to say, do you have a point to make? You're not being very direct. And then he just sends a question mark because I didn't fucking respond to him for a minute. After just the reality sunk into my head that he's just being dead serious, I just go, dude, how old are you? There's no way you're an adult acting like this over a video game. Get this, right? After I say that, he just says, age has nothing to do with behavior. I have rules for my lobby. Don't throw, don't ignore, always eject useless teammates from game. You failed 2 and 3. This is why nobody wanted to queue with him, because he has fucking stupid ass rules like this. Nobody joins a TF2 casual lobby wanting to chill the fuck out and just enjoy TF2 for a few hours. Nobody wants to be following these fucking arbitrary rules that this guy set up in his head. After that, I just kind of had enough of it and I was like, cry about it. You're acting like a child because I was playing the game instead of dropping everything just to talk to you. He then goes on to say, I wasn't asking for a chat, but I called out something that needed to be done and it didn't get done. Why did you even join me for a game if you are going to be uncooperative? It's like, dude, it's not that fucking serious. If it didn't get done, the world isn't gonna end. You will be fine. There will just be a medic that is just kind of dumb on your team. It's okay. After this point, I had enough of his bullshit, so I just go, if you're gonna act like this over one person not getting kicked, just unadd me. Just remember, you were the original person who added me and would invite me whenever I would hop on. Now you're acting like a fucking soy boy because I didn't immediately answer you while I'm playing to start a vote to kick when everyone else on the team would not kick that individual anyway. And keep in mind, he tried a vote to kick on this guy that he was trying to get me to kick. Nobody voted for it because they didn't care. It wasn't that serious. It's like, I can understand being frustrated at the game and being frustrated at teammates. I've been there. I've been playing casual sometimes and I just get pissed off at a fucking free install medic that just won't heal me. I either just leave or find a new lobby or just take a break. At this point, I had gotten into contact with the other person that he spurred the fuck out on, and I accidentally sent him a screenshot of the chat because I was screenshotting the entire chat and sending it to the other guy. And this is just regular behavior for this guy. This guy behaves like this every fucking time he loads up TF2. It is so sad because even after all of this, I added the other guy and I was asking him, does he do this on a regular basis? Because I figured he may have just had a shitty day. Because every other time I played with him, he was relatively chill. But I was just dead wrong. He regularly acts like this. Why? Just what enjoyment do you get from the game when you get this frustrated and you just cut ties with people just because they don't want to vote to kick someone? But don't get it twisted. There's more. And it just gets so much worse. He goes on to say, I like TF2's game mechanics. There's nothing else like it. But this community is dog shit. Way too many people stand up and defend the useless and in no way incentivize being a good teammate. I'm sick of people like you going along with the crowd and protecting the bad. This guy is talking like there's just a fucking civil war behind the TF2 community on who is a skilled player and who's brand new to the game. That is how he sounds. I then respond, bruh, it's not that serious. Chill the fuck out. You're not saving the world from something dangerous. You're playing an online shooter. Relax. Because at the end of the day, that's all TF2 is. It's just an online shooter. Nothing you do on TF2 will transfer over to the real world. And to be fair, TF2's game mechanics, there's just nothing like it that can just nail it like how TF2 has. He then goes on to say, why does it have to be considered serious to have good games? Why doesn't the TF2 community refuse to alienate bad teammates? There's no benefit to keeping them, but there is a benefit to getting rid of them. This shit just reminds me of the Counter-Strike community. Back when I first picked up Counter-Strike in 2017, the CS community was just fucking AIDS. Keep in mind, I've only played Call of Duty when it came to FPS around that time, and I played a little bit of TF2, but that was on the orange box. I kept getting vote kicked because I just did not know the game mechanics. I would never queue for competitive. I would purely stick to casual, and I would still be getting kicked out of lobbies because I just didn't understand the game and I was still learning how to play the game. This type of behavior just makes it so newer people just do not want to touch your fucking game. Eventually, I did learn Counter-Strike's mechanics, but I learned the mechanics through workshop maps. Counter-Strike is not a beginner-friendly game. Once I learned a little bit of the mechanics, I tried getting some friends to get into Counter-Strike. The community was toxic as fuck and would just vote kick them, and they did not want to play the game afterwards. This type of behavior only alienates newer players and just stagnates the player count. Your player base will not grow if your community has an attitude like this. I then respond to him, because you're making it that serious and sometimes you just have shit teammates. It is what it is. Shit happens and they learn by playing the game, which is just 100% true. You will never learn how to play a game by watching YouTube videos. You can get an idea of how to play the game, but if you never touch that game and you pick it up, you're gonna be clueless. He then changes the goalpost to, I'm talking about people who throw, lose on purpose, jumper loadouts, and demo knights who have no intention of killing anything, and medics that refuse to heal. You guys can keep chalking it up as being new to the game when it's not even the case. I've seen people with 3,000 hours in TF2 doing the same damn shit. It's not a human error, it's on purpose. All I'm gonna say is if you take casual TF2 so seriously that you're gonna try to vote kick people who are throwing, air quotes, but you can't see it, throwing a fucking casual TF2 match, you need to go outside. I then respond with, or they want to do something gimmicky and want to have fun doing strats that aren't viable in Kaz. Ever think of that? People play TF2 for different reasons. It's not that fucking serious. You aren't losing anything if we lose a casual game, which is completely true. You lose in casual, nothing happens. Nothing changes. You don't lose a rank like in competitive. I can understand people getting frustrated at competitive a little bit more because you lose work. And what I mean by that is competitive can take a long time to get to a certain rank. So if you lose that rank because people are throwing, I'd be fucking pissed. But that's not the case here. It's just casual TF2. He goes on to say, why are you accepting of this though? You still haven't said why you respect what they do. I just simply say what was on my mind. Dude, go outside, please. It can't get any fucking just more ironic than this reply. No, answer my question. Don't use serious and casual as an answer. Give me a logical answer, not this dumbed down shit. This guy wants to have a philosophical, logical debate on why we should kick people who are not taking casual seriously. That's how fucking pathetic he is. And if you think it can't get worse, trust me, it gets worse. So I just ask him, what real life consequences do you face if someone throws a game? Either leave and report them and move on. He then goes to say, why does that have to be rooted in real life? Remove real life from the equation. And then I just tell him, yeah, because it's not that serious. Because realistically, it is not that serious. If you lose a casual game, you do not lose or gain anything. Like, what consequences does losing a casual match have? He then just tips his fucking fedora and then he just goes on a fucking tangent and he says, why does it have to be serious for action to be taken? Why is seriousness used as the basis for action? And I just respond with, dude, shut the fuck up with your Reddit philosophy. This just might be the cringiest shit someone has ever sent me that was just being dead serious. I've never just met anyone that was this just disgustingly cringy. You would think this would just be an elaborate troll, but no, he's dead serious. He seriously thinks this way. He goes on another Redditor tangent and he says, why can't you act on shit regardless? All your reasoning is based on how serious is it? What kind of dumb reasoning is that? At this point, I got fed up with him and I just go, okay, here's an actual reason. Just because you deem someone to be throwing and should be kicked because you deem them to be throwing, that means that if anyone on your team thinks you're not playing to their standard, you should be kicked instantly, regardless of the circumstances. That can happen to me, you, or anyone else who plays TF2 if it was your way. I probably could have worded things better, but I type really poorly and I tend to not get my point across very well when I'm typing. Basically, my main point behind this short little paragraph was if a higher level player joins your game and says you're throwing, you should be kicked because he said you're throwing. That was the main point behind what I said, because he was a higher level player than the other medic. He was brand new to the game. He was a fresh install and he said he was throwing and that we should kick him. He then responds to that with, well, there needs to be some kind of standard. I'm not asking for ultra strict rules like in competitive, but I don't exactly want anarchy either where anything goes. I hate this binary mindset people have where your only options are absolute freedom, aka casual, or absolute restriction, comp. Where's the middle ground? If you ever played TF2 casual, you would know that this statement is just completely retarded. Just look at this clip from one of my casual games where this dude was just acting like a radio broadcaster.
Really hard there for a second. We have some classic tunes we're gonna play. We have some cool radio hits. This is a radio show. We're live. Guys, go play the game. Let's get the double. Let's get the win. I'm gonna play Spy. You all can play Sniper and have a good time with that. We have some neat, cool ass shit we're gonna be doing. We have some cool music. We're going to have some competitions, some challenges. We get to, before we start the song, we got some ones, we got some twos. Now, some people are putting 2 in chat. I did not say put 2 in chat if you don't want to do the trivia. So you're just putting arbitrary 2s in the chat. They don't necessarily translate to anything. No, I know. That's my entire thing. So look, we're about to just stop for a second. Just hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. Okay. Wait. Okay. I'm gonna take a second. Alright, I'm back. I'm prepared. I had to like take a deep breath.
And just to add a little context behind that clip, we were kicking random people if they got the trivia questions wrong. We were kicking people out of arbitrary bullshit, but that was just the fun we were having. And oftentimes it would have been the randoms who just joined and they didn't have a problem with it. They kind of just laughed it off. That was the fun that we were having, and nobody had a problem with it. After he said that, I lost interest in keeping this conversation going or entertaining this conversation. I was just done and I did not want to talk to him. I followed it up with, I'm not arguing with you on this anymore. It is very clear you have nothing better to do with your life than TF2, and you're just looking to have a retarded philosophical debate about a video game and how different people decide to enjoy it. Please leave me alone. I'm no longer interested in this conversation and will not entertain it any further. After that, the conversation ends there. I already had him removed, so the conversation ended there and we just never contacted each other. I did run into him when I was playing with friends in a casual lobby, but we never engaged. And as I said earlier, please do not add this guy and harass him. Just laugh at him in the comments. And I'm pretty sure I've said this several times, but this is probably the most pathetic shit I've ever seen on TF2. There's no reason for you to spurg out like this, especially over casual, to the point where you just cut ties with two people that you were friends with beforehand. I guess on the bright side, that dude that he also spurged out, me and him also became friends after this, and we kind of just laugh at this dude. So with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and end the video here. And if you guys would like to see a video about the dude who was pretending to be a radio broadcaster in my TF2 lobby, just let me know in the comments. That would be an interesting project idea. But with that being said, I hope you all have a good day. Thank you for watching and feel free to subscribe.